All right,
Sweet.
let's get this thing started.
Okay, cool. Now that we've been recording.
Right. All right, everyone, welcome to episode 3, right? Four? Episode
four.
4, that's right, episode 4.
Week
Week 3,
3
episode 4 of Cam's journey.
of the HSN 12-week journey.
With myself, EJ, as his coach here at 346 Grit CrossFit. Cam is also one of our CrossFit coaches here, as you can see by his shirt. Today we're going to be recapping or reviewing his week 2 of his 12-week program. Talking about like what went well, what can we work on, highs and lows, and then once we're done with that, we'll get into kind of a topic a lot of people always have interest in, supplementation. Supplementation. Right off the bat, it's going to be like everyday essentials for the general pop. And if you are training, some of the things you can implement, and then people who are a little bit more invested in their training and maybe recovery, things you can implement as well. So we'll talk about like 5 or 6 different things. We'll quickly go through those. But if you guys ever want more information on supplementation, you can always jump over to our other podcast we have for Grit, Grit Daily Dose, with myself and Emma, who is a account manager for, I like to call her Swolverine Guru, supplement guru for Swolverine. We talk about supplementation. We have multiple episodes, and now we're getting into deeper subjects within our podcast. We get deep on some. Yeah, we geek out. We geek out. We love it. But we try to simplify it for the general population, so it's a little easier to understand. But
This is going to be the Barney style.
Yeah.
We're going to dump Barney style.
All right, Cam, talk to me about week 2. We saw an awesome little dip in weight.
Yep.
About another pound we dropped down.
Yep. So for everyone keeping track, down a pound. So I'm at 238 and a half now.
So that's. Yep. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So there's that. And as far as the other metric goes, I did end up taping myself, and I am down approximately 3 inches on my waist, which is really nice. The non-metrics, muscles feeling fuller, particularly this week in the chest versus the biceps from week 1. I can feel and see my torso is getting tighter. I got a little less of the love handles, which is obviously really nice.
Right.
And then gym performance. It's been kind of hit and miss as far as the weights go. I know snatches for me last week, I was still dealing with some back issues, so I didn't go as heavy. And then cleans, we had a clean complex that I hit on Sunday. Did not go super well. I didn't hit my percentages. It just didn't go what I wanted, which at the time I got frustrated, but then I remembered our episode 1. I mean, this is kind of something that I expect to happen for myself because we are focusing on weight loss versus necessarily the muscle strength and retention. So we're really kind of focusing on the minimizing, obviously, of the strength and muscle loss. But for the most part, it's going to happen. But my cardio performance, my endurance performance, in my metcons and my runs and everything like that has been a lot better. In the metcons, I need a lot less transition time. I personally, with our owner Chauncey, have a workout that was kind of specified for me, and I was able to increase my performance in that immensely. I'm going to increase it again this week, hopefully. And it's all the right things are happening. I just need to learn to not get so pissed off when I miss a lift.
Yeah. We all get those frustrations. I mean, right from the get-go, if you guys didn't if you guys didn't see last week's episode, Cam was down half a pound. So this is a total of 1.5 pounds over the last 2 weeks, which is phenomenal, averaging about 3/4 of a pound each week. Right on track where we want to be. When it comes to the strength gains or maybe setbacks we have or not feeling as strong, to be fair, kind of counter what you're saying about not feeling well. How often do you train on Sunday?
Oh, I never trained on Sunday.
Right, and you did that complex on a Sunday, which that is like, again, yes, we have good and bad days, but throwing yourself in on a Sunday when you don't typically train, usually a rest day, right in the forefront, your mind's not going to be in it.
Fair, yeah.
Whether you realize it or not.
Yeah, I was having a bad mental day that day anyway, so I did kind of.
If anything, you probably got a little stress and anger out here in the gym.
Oh, it was great. I was all by myself. I put on the freaking Avenge Sevenfold. That was great. I got a lot of
Frustrations. Good. Yeah, we all have those, and the gym can be a great way to get those frustrations out. Now, looking at kind of your calendar.
Yes.
You tracked spot on. You tracked every day, except for Saturday. We didn't have any tracking Saturday.
Yeah.
That's fine. You had 7 out of, oh my gosh, 6 out of 7 days. There we go. Of tracking. We're still working on getting everything tracked.
Yeah.
But I do like the fact that you aren't tracking everything, and we're still seeing results.
Yes. Yeah. I do think that at this point in time, I am going to move from the inputting my macros every day. I think what I'm going to do is going to move to the photo.
Okay.
To make sure, because part of the not the issue that I have, but the mental thing is I will go in and I will track every macro in a meal that I make, which, granted, after a while does become easier and easier. But when I'm having an off day, I just don't want to do it, right? And I'll save it for the very end, and I'll track everything at 9:30 at night when I'm having my casein pudding, and then I'll be like, oh snap, I didn't eat enough, or oh snap, I ate too much. So I think because I didn't track things, I'm still seeing those results. When I'm going to move to the photo, I'll do my own self macros to try to keep track of everything, but I'm just going to snap you a picture.
Cool.
Make it nice and easy for myself, give me no excuses. And then maybe if I have that consistency in tracking, maybe that's when I'll re-add in the macros. But I think the showing you what I am eating is a little bit more important than exactly.
Absolutely. And for the first couple weeks, we did track, and so I do get an idea of like where your nutrition is at and what you're tracking, what you're eating.
It's if you've seen my 1 week of eating, that's pretty much every single day.
We are creatures of habit,
Yeah.
and so photos allow me to see better on like portions. That way, I can also compare now that we've tracked what you've been tracking, and I can actually see it.
Yeah. Week 1, steak this big. Week 10, steak this big.
Exactly. It's like, whoa, hey. But if we're still seeing results, sure, have that porterhouse. If that's
Have the one meal.
Yeah.
One meal.
But I mean, you're hitting strides on your workouts, which is great. Getting the workouts in, and then if we look at everything else, how did meal prep go on Thursday and Friday?
Ooh, not well. Not well. So I did my shopping on Friday instead of Thursday.
Okay.
No.
So we originally had it scheduled for
Meal prep
preparing.
on Thursday.
Yep, and then grocery shop on Friday to
My
prepare for
entire-
Sunday.
The entire latter part of my week kind
Okay.
of got off track.
Yeah, derailed.
Derailed. Yes.
Okay.
I did one version of meal prep. I did my beef dinner.
Okay.
I had, and then I just kind of fit in every so often instead of my super nice, clean, healthy, nutritious chicken pasta salad thing that I do.
Okay.
I had peanut butter and jelly with a shake.
Okay. I mean,
And well, I should say almond butter and jelly. Don't want to kill my wife. Yeah. So I made sure that I was getting in the calories, but it's not as nutritious and it wasn't prepped or anything like that. So I have everything in my fridge thawed out.
okay.
I went shopping yesterday for 2 weeks.
Cool.
So I should have everything.
Cool.
And tonight, between the hours of 6 and 7, I already talked to Sarah about it because that's the kids' kind of awake window. I will be making our 16 meals, 8 for me, 8 for her, to cover the rest of the week.
Okay.
So
Cool.
talk to her about that. It's my problem is I'm not planning and talking to Sarah enough about it.
Okay.
Because there needs that to be that I need, honey, I need this 1 hour by myself.
Okay.
I need the kitchen. I need everything. I need this hour. I need to not help you. I need to not burn anything.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you can focus on getting that taken care of for both of you.
Exactly.
Awesome. Is there anything that I can help with regards to the program, to your calendar, to habits, to help with that?
Does the 12-week program include private chef? You want to come over?
I mean, that might be like a little extra cost, but I'm sure we could work it.
9:30 at night, and you bring your creamy, your Ninja Creamy.
I do get some gnarly looks when I start talking about the creamy, because people are like, "Oh, you have one of those."
Oh yeah. Well, so it's like everyone, all that Instagram thing of crap.
There's
air fryers. Everyone's on the air fryer. Dude, you don't have an air fryer? Oh my god, you need to get
you need an air fryer.
Creamy.
And now it's a Ninja Creamy.
Yeah. You talk about your creamy like I talk about Dave's hot chicken.
Yep, that's about right. Yeah, I'm always down for like ice cream, protein ice cream.
Okay.
It's always the good stuff. But overall, dude, this last week was good. We're seeing results.
Yeah.
We have things to work on. Is there anything I can like honestly include into this, or are we still chugging away at what we got?
I don't think so. Maybe the only thing I can think is maybe text me on my days that I'm supposed to be doing things.
Okay.
Or message me in the app. Yeah, message me in the app. Be like, hey,
cool.
Do your shit.
So prep reminders. Cool.
Yep.
That's easy for me.
Or at least, hey, do you have a time that you have scheduled this out for?
Yep.
Because that's important. If it's not on the calendar for me, it just doesn't exist.
It's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. And I do that for some other clients who are looking for that. It's all about what you guys need and how I can best help you. To make food. Sweet. Awesome. That's all for your review. We're going to hard charge into this next week. We're already halfway through it.
Yep.
And then now we can talk supplementation. Now, when we do talk about supplementation, our gym is a partner with Swolverine. Although we support and back Swolverine 100% in their quality of products and what they provide, especially information to the client, what I really like about Swolverine is not only their high quality in products, but they're all about education to the client. Not about just giving you a little fluff and hoping you buy it and keeping kind of blind. Everything is complete disclosure on their labels about ingredient profile, how much they put in there. And then on top of that, you go to their website, each product, like if you looked up on their intra, it will tell you what ingredient, what it does, how much is in there, why it's that much. And plus,
the clinical dosing.
It's great, like the education that Walter and Alex and the whole crew put together for each individual product and in their blogs that they try to educate people with is phenomenal, and it's a lot more than I see on other supplement companies.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I know, you talked about it already a little bit. You and Emma, Swolverine Guru.
Yep.
You guys have your own thing. Is there a specific place that we can find that?
Just go to 346 Grit,
Okay.
Their YouTube page.
Yeah, we'll have the link down below.
Their live section. We have a whole series on that. We're constantly evolving it, so now I'll actually have like, what is it? Like a face, like what is it, like when you want to go watch something, it's an actual image versus just like it looks like us talking. Thumbnail, yes.
Okay.
Yes, the thumbnail. I couldn't think of it. I created one finally because always it was like two split screens. It's like us mid talking, and then also working out the kinks with our intro video and outro. But it's, again.
Production value is going up.
We're getting better and better, and we're having a lot of fun doing it. We like to geek out on the science of it, but we also try to simplify it so you guys can understand. And if you guys ever have additional questions, you can always message me, message Cam, message Emma, and we will actually be live tonight at 8 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
So this won't be live.
No.
This will be recorded.
This one.
Just know every Wednesday, 8 p.m., 346 Grit YouTube Live.
Even after the series.
Yep. 8 p.m. every Wednesday. Okay, so right off the bat, what I would suggest, what we're going to talk about is some essentials. There's like 4 really essentials for everyday living.
Yeah. Well, first off, why take supplements just in general?
Why?
Yeah, why
Okay.
do you take supplements just in general?
Because they can hit the last little bits of your health that you might not be getting, especially micronutrients that we're missing. There's also areas they can help, like whey protein being a filler in for macronutrients, but they all have different purposes. So like with our first one, multivitamins. I recommend that everyone takes a multivitamin. I've heard mixed reviews on like multivitamins are useless. You don't need to take them. You can get it all from your food. Okay, you're right. If you eat 3 to 4 servings of fruit every day, 3 to 5 servings of veggies, you're having diverse protein sources and carbohydrate sources, and you're this and that, you can get everything you need without a multivitamin. But reality is, none of us do that.
No.
Or at least the majority of the population doesn't.
Well, because with the like the greens, like getting in all your potassium, your iron,
Yep.
all that, you're gonna need spinach, you're gonna need kale, you're gonna need arugula, you're
It's
gonna
huge.
need iceberg lettuce, butter lettuce, all of it.
Yeah, it's
Right?
a huge diversity of foods that you'd need to eat to be able to get all those micronutrients. That's why I recommend a multivitamin, because usually they're very affordable. I don't remember the price on Wolverines, but I know they're very affordable, and they have a huge diversity of micronutrients and vitamins and minerals to be able to fill in those gaps and make sure that you are getting your daily values, or at least majority of it. So multivitamins are kind of like an insurance plan to make sure that you are covered no matter what happens throughout the day. You got anything else to talk on multivitamins? Because that's like.
I mean, the only thing is, it's hard to get that complete of a diet, and especially if you're in the gym working hard. I mean, it's just an additional. Your body doesn't necessarily have to break it down.
Right.
It's already in its most simplest form.
Exactly.
So your digestive tract will absorb it just better anyway.
Yep.
Also, yes, it will turn your pee vibrant.
Yeah, you can have some side effects. They're not bad. They're just like what your body doesn't absorb, it will excrete. So you can see that sometimes when you go to the bathroom. Why I support Wolverines is because it's very, very affordable. It's 30 servings for $20. But if you guys go to our website and go to 346 Grit website, use our link and our code 346GRIT, I believe, or GRIT10. Use the code GRIT10. You guys will save 10% on your order. So with this, it'll be about $18, and it's 30 servings. It's very, very affordable. You can always also subscribe to it, and it knocks down another $1.
Oh, nice.
And so it's 2 little capsules every day, which I really like. I like the capsules versus the hard ones because then you don't get the multivitamin burps, and that's not good.
I didn't really have those.
Yeah, it reminds me of growing up. Yeah. It wasn't good.
Flintstone gummies?
Oh, those are even worse.
Really?
Yeah.
I
Oh,
love the Flintstone gummies.
jeez.
Those are fantastic.
I bet you like Fit Aids too, don't you?
Do you not like FedEx?
No. I feel like I'm drinking a vitamin. I don't like it.
I don't like the golf. No, the Mind one. Randy was obsessed with the Mind
He
one.
still likes it. He had me drink it the other day. I'm like,
Yeah, the Mind is terrible.
Yeah,
Terrible.
I
But no,
can't.
I love FedEx, especially their new, what is it?
the Hawaiian?
Nectar?
Nope. I tried it.
Dude.
I tried both of those. I'm like,
Really?
no.
Oh man, you're weird.
Yep, I know.
So for those of you normal people, I will say yes, Wolverine is a great company. We love them. We support them.
Yeah,
They're great.
absolutely.
There are different ones out
Yep.
there, but you also have to make sure that they are good. That's a good company, right? That they're using natural things. That they, holistic ingredients, well sourced. Another company that I really like, and it's once again super affordable.
Yeah.
One of the biggest names, maybe even the biggest name in nutrition. I'm not sure. Optimum Nutrition. I love Optimum Nutrition. I used to be a Brands bitch. I would get everything from them.
Okay.
But their Opti Men and Opti Woman multivitamin is really good. Consumer Reports consistently is putting them at the top of every single one of their categories. So that you can get obviously bodybuilding.com, Amazon. That's usually where I get mine. GNC, all the different places. But then also another one that I liked is literally called Formula One Sports Nutrition. It was a powder, orange powder that I would do when I was working working out really, really hard, and that worked amazingly for me. I really like the powder versus the capsules or the tablets.
Okay.
Which you barely have to
tablets.
go through.
Yeah, the tablets. I did not. Yeah.
Yeah, different companies. Those are the top three that, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Then next we have a fish oil. Fish oils are amazing. They help support joints, hormones, proper digestive, and our autoimmune system as well. So getting a proper amount of fish oil is super healthy for us. Now the issue is that not many of us eat a lot of cold water fish. Your salmon, your mackerel, your tuna, those sort of things that are rich in those omega-3s and omega-6s some. The American diet is pretty heavy in omega-6s. We don't get enough omega-3s.
Okay.
So finding something that has a good dose of omega-3s with a little bit of omega-6 is crucial. Why I support Swolverine is because it's krill oil. Their krill oil is it's more recent that I've seen it on the market is a actual krill oil. It digests very quickly. The tablet is very small.
Yeah.
And the dosage that you get is great. I think it's a total of 500 milligrams in it, and then it's 100 of each.
Yep.
Yeah.
Phospholipids and
Yep.
EPA, DHA.
Yep, it's a great dose that they have in it. It's super concentrated, and what I love about this, I say it like that because it's first not a horse pill. It's tiny. That's what I like about it. It's not massive, and you do not get the oil burps from this. People, that's a real thing that people tell me.
I've never.
Well, people tell me they don't take fish oil because they don't want the burps.
Actually, Sarah told me about that. Yeah, Sarah.
But this thing is so tiny that you could take it with your multivitamin and swig of water.
So it even says on here, and granted, it's as compared to fish oil, krill oil has better bioavailability and faster absorption.
It does.
Yeah.
And if you guys have any questions about it or are questionable about it, again, you can always go watch our podcast where we do talk about krill oil, or you go straight to Swolverine website and you go all the way down to the bottom, and Walter will directly link you into studies that help support it. It is newer on the market that I've seen it, but so far it's been very effective for myself.
And yeah, to be able to fit 60 in this tiny little thing.
Yeah.
Like you get a 60 thing of fish oil. It's
yeah. Usually it's a big old thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, 60 servings. You can take one a day. You can take more than one if you want. I just take one a day, and it retails for $30 per serving, but you can always save a little bit if you go through our website.
Yeah, per serving. $30 per serving.
Yeah. Sorry, did I just say that?
Yeah.
$30 per
bottle.
Sorry.
So
Oh my gosh.
$30 every 2 months. $50
Yeah.
a month.
Yeah.
Perfect. And yeah, a lot of people do take not a lot of people. I should. Some people do take fish oil breakfast, lunch, dinner. Unless you are a high performance athlete, bodybuilder, physique competitor, anything like that, one is good. Take it with breakfast, take it with dinner, whatever you want.
Yep.
I like it with breakfast because it adds a little bit of that fat kick in the morning to get the brain going. So
Yep.
Clearly, I didn't have mine this morning. So
Yes.
Anyway, yeah, krill oil, love it.
Yep. So then next we have, get to my page, vitamin D. Vitamin D is fantastic, especially for us that live in the Northwest, where we don't get as much sun. It's one of those naturally occurring where body doesn't make it. It's absorbed through what we intake, whether it's food or what's a great source of it, sunlight.
It's like Superman.
Yeah, sure.
It's the Superman movie, man. He gets his power from the sun.
Yeah. Yes. So we get our superpowers from the sun with vitamin D. Now, again, vitamin D is great for our immune system. It's great for our mood. Yep. That's a big one that helps.
With that being said, it's also really good if you're on a low-fat diet. Because
Yep.
if you're on a low-fat diet, you're going to be bitchy. And so D3 helps you become less bitchy. So I know, huge for me, because when I was doing bodybuilding.com back, 5-10 years ago.
Yeah.
Holy crap, 10 years ago. Jesus, I'm old. They kept pushing low fat, low fat, low fat, low fat.
Yeah.
And so I became a huge asshole.
Yeah.
And then because of not enough fat, right? My brain was craving that fat. So D3 definitely does help out if you're on that lower fat diet. But anyway, yes, all the other benefits.
Yeah, well, vitamin D is great. Now it comes with choosing your product. Again, I will always reference Wolverine because they find and source the best products they can for their customers, what they put in the market. They don't want to half-ass it. So they've gone and they've gotten vitamin D3. What vitamin D3 is a special strain of vitamin D that is the most bioavailable that our bodies can take in and is the most effective. You have like 1, 2, and 3 that are all available, vitamin D1, D2, D3. D3 has the quickest absorption rate and is most bioavailable, so it's the most effective. So they're going to put through the extra effort to make sure that you guys get the best products out there. Anything else to touch on vitamin D?
Yeah, vitamin D3. I just say D3 now because I've never gotten anything else. They do come in different serving types, right? They have the 15, 2,000, 25, whatever.
Yeah.
The maximum that you really ever get or need is the 5,000 IUs.
They recommend about 10,000, so if you get the 5,000, take 2 a day.
Oh.
Absolutely.
I thought 5,000 was anything.
Nope, you want about 10,000 a day.
Well, I need to take more. Okay, so yeah, 10,000. Make sure that you're getting the right one. It's only ever so slightly more expensive, but it's really negligible.
Yeah.
If you once again, another alternative to Wolverine. Love Wolverine. Haven't had a chance to try it. Wolverine is still relatively new to me, so I'm just a creature of habit. I just do what I normally.
That's right.
Amazon has the what was it? Now supplements, now nutrition, whatever. It's the little orange labeled one. They have it on there, super cheap. It comes in like a 3-month supply, whatever it is. So yeah, another good choice there.
Awesome. All right, next is going to be our last one for everyday health and wellness, and what I kind of talked about it earlier when we talked about the multivitamin, is that the majority of us don't get enough of fruits and vegetables. So what are we trying to talk about? A greens and red supplement. Greens and red supplements are fantastic with hitting the micronutrients and vitamins and minerals that you don't get if you don't eat enough greens and reds, your veggies and your fruits. Same sort of thing. Reality is, most of us don't.
Yep.
So it's a good way to get it in and have that insurance policy for the day. I myself take it in the morning with my creatine. I'm good to go. And then I throw in a little bit of electrolytes first thing in the morning. But that's another topic we can talk about, electrolytes. But yeah, good. I like, going back to Wolverine. Okay, the critique, I should say, that a lot of greens and reds get, taste.
Yeah.
No one likes to take greens and reds, or greens, just greens, and you could say greens, because they taste like dirt.
Yeah.
I've had
natural things taste earthy.
Right. This is
dirt
weird.
And natural? Oh my god.
I've only had 2 brands that have ever tasted good when it comes to actually their greens and reds, but you had to buy them separately, and so they're jacked up through the roof on pricing. You're paying well over $100 for the 2, and it was only 30-day serving.
Okay.
It was crazy. So Wolverines is much more affordable.
And it's a twofer.
Yes, it's all in the same container. It's about this size, and you get 30 servings of greens and reds. Decent sized scoop, but the flavor profile is natural orange. Holy cow, it was a game changer. I've never had to have it all in one with the greens and reds, same flavor profile. They use natural flavors and a little bit of stevia to sweeten it, and it was amazing. So putting in a big shaker bottle like this, adding my electrolytes, which help just take the bitterness off, because you can't get away from that in the greens and reds. Like you said, oh, weird, natural things taste like a little earthy. It's going to taste a little earthy, but it has a little bit of sweetness with that natural orange flavor that they have. They've added to it.
Hydration.
Exactly. So, ensuring that you get those micronutrients will help ensure gut health as well, which our gut, in reference, is kind of like our second brain. Really, it's more of our primary because our body absorbs what goes to our gut, which affects up here. That's all I have for greens and reds. You got anything else on that?
Yeah, I wanted to, because a lot of people are like we kind of started off with is full nutritious diet.
Yeah.
It's not just that you can't get these things from a full nutritious diet, but and you kind of touched on it just now. It's good for our gut health. They choose in greens and reds all these different crazy freaking things that do all of these different things. Like raspberries do something different than blackberries, and something different than
absolutely
than bananas that do something different from arugula. They combine it all, and you get the antioxidants, the gut health, the digestive enzymes, the immune boosting, all these different things to just hit it all at once.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing, and actually, something that I've actually never taken reds because of the pricing.
Oh, really?
Because of the pricing, and I've never found anything that has combined them. So I'm excited to try.
Absolutely, you should.
But what I would do, and I'll post. I have this affiliate thing on Amazon with all the stuff that I would take from Max Muscle. If you would just also want to go to Jimmy at Max Muscle, fantastic.
Oh, yeah, he's smart. He's smart, dude.
Jimmy's amazing. I love Jimmy. Shout out to Jimmy, Max Muscle, Clackamas Promenade in Oregon.
Yep.
He's amazing. I'm going to go to him actually next week. Ooh, I'll put that on Instagram. I'm going to go to him to get an body scan.
Sweet.
Just kind of get
an update.
Anyway, what I would do is I would have my sports formula nutrition multivitamin that was orange flavored. I would have my greens that I got from Jimmy that was acai berry.
You getting the athletics? Green and white container?
Yeah. And then I would get my something rather, another different thing. It'll be in the Amazon, whatever. Was lemon lime flavored. I'm like, I'm lazy. I don't want to have all three of these different things at once. Combined them all. It was freaking delicious. Oh my god, that was one of the best tasting things that I had every single day. Was combining freaking orange, lemon lime, and acai berry.
Nice.
Fantastic.
You got real excited with that.
Oh god, it was so good. I missed that so much. Things are expensive. I'm broke.
So when it comes to finding a greens and reds, find something that's an all-in-one if you can, and then ones that don't just give you a ton of fluff. That's why I back Wolverine, because again, Walter and Alex don't want to just sprinkle things here and there. They want to make sure you're getting the best stuff at the clinical dosage for max effect, and not just a bunch of blah.
Well, and especially things like green and reds. Green and reds are supposed to be natural. So if there is something on the label that you don't know what the hell it is, or you can't even pronounce it, it's probably not all that natural. Like, obviously we don't have their label here, but
no, but like something like, well, even I had to research some of this stuff because I didn't know what reishi mushroom was.
Oh yeah.
And so on their website, go to the bottom, go through it. Yeah.
Oh, mushroom is so good for you guys.
And expand everything, and they take their time and they explain, like reishi mushroom. It'll tell you if I can find it. Reishi contains over 400 bioactive compounds that include, I can't pronounce all of these, that it can help improve immune health and longevity. So we're talking about immunity, more than likely with all these bioactive compounds, looking into gut health as well. And there's a lot of research into mushrooms helping with mental focus, gut health, and helping with longevity. So again, these guys don't mess around when it comes to finding the right stuff for you. So yeah, that's all I got on greens and reds. Then we had some honorable mentions, but like.
So yeah, that was everyday use.
Yep.
That was everyday use for the everyday gym goer, athlete working out.
And if you guys want to learn more about these products in a little bit more detail, you can always go to their website, or you can go to our YouTube page and watch. I don't remember the episode off the top of my head, but man, I should have known that. I'll have it linked. We'll have it linked to the episode where we really break these down.
YouTube, so we can just say, hey, click here. Ha!
We can.
Yeah, click here for the video.
And we'll reference that so you guys can learn all about it.
There's so much meta stuff going on in our videos.
There is. There's going to be clicks and things popping up all over the place.
Explain everything to you guys.
When it comes to people who are definitely more training, and also when we look more like the weight loss route, we have things like branched chain amino acids. Your muscles are made up of amino acids, so ensuring that they are replenished with these amino acids, more specifically branched chain, which is a specific line of amino acids, ensures that they're fighting fatigue, which I think I have their 2-to-1 ratio right there. They're fighting fatigue, and they're helping with recovery. And I believe it's what leucine, isoleucine, L-valine.
And glutamine.
Glutamine's a digestive aid,
Yes.
Which is fantastic. So putting that in there helps with absorption, which is so, yeah, again, I tell you, this is so smart to put that in with the branched chain amino acid product. So that's really good. When I encourage people who are more on a weight loss route to take branched chain amino acids, because you can't always get that from your protein, because not everything is absorbed through protein intake. When we're in more of a caloric surplus or maintenance level, more than likely we're getting plenty of amino acids from our protein sources, which, by the way, that's where they come from. Amino acids come from majority your protein sources. They can come from some vegetables, but more than likely they're going to come from meat, animal-based protein. Now we get into when it comes to finding a proper product, do your research. A lot of people out there have branched chain amino acids that are sourced from like feathers or human hair, and it's weird.
It gets nasty.
My favorite, if it's not going to be Solverine, which they're plant-based, I believe it's derived from sunflowers, find one that is a plant-based amino acid.
Actually, a great plug is, and correct me if I'm wrong here, but all of their products are vegan.
Except for whey protein.
Except for whey protein. Yes.
Right.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Which we can talk more about their products in other episodes if we want. But
this is your show too.
I was like, well, if Cam wants,
I'm the boss.
yes, I'm the captain now. But I think that's all we have for branched chain amino acids. Then one of the biggest supplements that I encourage everyone to take, and I am emphasizing this because it is one of the most scientifically backed and one of the most proven beneficial supplements, creatine.
Yes.
And
specifically creatine
monohydrate.
Yes.
Now there's some other forms out there. Solverine has a crealkaline, which is creatine that is at the right pH level, and that's that's for like quick absorption. If you are someone that deals with water retention, great. Or if you're more of like an elite athlete, where you might need to take creatine more often, just from wearing your body down, you can take it at those dosage, and it's boom right into your body a lot quicker than creatine monohydrate. With that said, creatine monohydrate is a much more affordable route, and it is one of the biggest recovery aids and muscle endurance aids that are out there. It is proven time and time again, article after article, study after study, that this stuff works. Now what you're looking for is 5 grams to 10 grams every day, depending on your height and weight. And what you want to look for in a creatine monohydrate is microionized creatine monohydrate. That's at like 99% purity, and that's going to be the effective at making sure it's absorbed into your body. Now, the benefits to creatine, what actually creatine does is it pushes water into your muscles, in muscle cells. So what does that help also transfer? Creatine help transferring water will also help transfer electrolytes. It will help transfer sugars into your muscles to all help with recovery and endurance.
That was one funny thing. I saw someone complaining, reviewing whatever, creatine. Why do people take creatine? It's only water. It's like, no, it's not just water. It's all the stuff that,
It's a major catalyst for this. That's why also it pairs, if you want to, that's why also when you're on like a standard like balanced diet, like a 40-30-30 split, including those carbohydrates with creatine, really helps with all that. What I also just read recently in a study is that creatine has the possibility or has shown some evidence to help with brain function.
Really?
Which,
yeah, okay, I guess that makes sense.
so, well, creatine helps support creatine in your body. And so creatine is the primary producer of ATP. What's ATP? ATP is the primary energy source of our body. Well, your brain uses...
Made in the mitochondria.
Yes.
Yeah, getting to the nerdy
we are. Well,
section.
your brain uses, again, you want to, this happens on our podcast where we talk about this. Our brain uses about 20% of our body's energy.
Yeah.
So including creatine can help support that energy within your body. So there is some evidence showing that it does support brain function.
Yeah.
And that, anyways, I'm going to do a whole newsletter on that because it's crazy how it can help fight for longevity, help fight degenerative diseases like Parkinson's and other things like that. So that's creatine in a nutshell. More often than not, people are taking it for their physical benefits, or muscular benefits, but that also has some potential at others.
Yep.
The last one I want to talk about, or did you have anything on?
I was just going to say another company that I really like as far as creatine goes, thank you, is Caged Muscle, Caged Supplements. He has a really good...
The Creapure?
Not the Creapure.
Or creatine hydrochloride?
The hydrochloride,
okay.
The HCl that he has is really good too.
So what that is creatine hydrochloride is creatine that's bound with hydrochloric acid. So it's a transference aid. It's all hydrochloric acid is, an absorption catalyst or aid. So that helps with quicker absorption. It's a very small dose. There's not as much research to support it, but it is also one of those other creatine supplements that people can use if they do battle that bloating or major water retention. It's not as common, but if you do deal with that with creatine monohydrate, 100% creatine HCl or creatine HCl or the creacoline from Wolverine are great alternatives. The last thing I want to talk about is protein powder or protein supplements.
Yep.
There's a huge diversity. First and foremost, I'm always for milk-based proteins because they're most bioavailable. And there's a lot of variance within them. You can have whey protein isolate, whey protein concentrate, milk protein, casein, or you can have something that has a blend of everything at different doses. When it comes to finding a whey protein, make sure it's something that's, I should say, you get what you pay for. You get what you pay, not on just your supplements, but in especially whey protein. It's one of the biggest ones on the market. The market is saturated with supplements in general.
And there's no overseeing entity of the quality of this stuff either.
No.
So there's no this has been FDA approved or anything like that. Some of them have gone through that process.
Yes.
But you want to be careful of that. Look at research, look at reviews, consumer reports.
Yep.
I already mentioned that as far as optimal nutrition goes.
Yep.
Like one of the things that concerned me the most when I first started getting to the bodybuilding game was I was looking at this one company that did amazing advertising, right? MP, Muscle Form, back then.
Oh.
And they were one of the highest alkaline metal in their protein.
Yep.
So I was like, well, crap, I got to do a lot more research than this, and guess who was never on there? Optimum Nutrition. So MP has gotten a lot better. Their combat is one of the isolate whey and casein.
Blends.
And it's and one of the blends.
I think
their quality has come a long way.
Right.
But yeah, you want to look for those.
Yeah, there's a whole big thing, and Muscle Farm was involved with that of amino spiking as well, to where it would read 25 grams of protein, yet actual from the whey protein or whatever was in there, it was only maybe 17, and they'd smash in amino acids so that in a scan or in a system test, it would read 25 grams of protein when it's not really 25 grams of protein in there.
Okay.
But yes, after that, companies had to revamp because they got exposed. And if you want to be selling stuff, granted the FDA is still not regulating it, but you lose a lot of credibility.
Yeah.
So you better fix it or get out of the game. So awesome to hear that they did. When it comes to speaking on finding good products, look for those labels of like GMP, good manufacturing practice, that goes along the same lines of making sure that they're tested for heavy metals. I believe that's the same stamp. I think when they do get a GMP stamp, that means the facility that the products are being made in has been tested for heavy metals.
Okay.
So that's good. I always like to throw in, I like stuff that's made in the USA. So I like seeing that.
God, are you a veteran or something?
Yeah, right. Gosh, a little bit. Then I also like seeing stuff that has the third-party tested labels. So they've not necessarily of the heavy metals, but they've been tested for actual effectiveness. So the label is factual to what it reads. On top of that, I think a lot of people can go ahead and stick with a whey concentrate unless you have dairy issues. Then you can head over with an isolate. And then obviously casein is great. Milk protein base is great.
Which let's talk about casein because not a lot of people know what
casein is?
actually
Okay.
So normal protein, concentrate, whey, all that absorbs 90 minutes or so.
Moderate. It all depends. Like isolate's as fastest, and as you go down from there, you have isolate's the fastest. Concentrate will take a little bit longer. Milk protein's right in the middle of everything, and then casein.
Casein is basically it's cottage cheese, right? It's cottage cheese.
Kinda, yeah.
It has a lot of that stuff in it, so it's a lot more complex and it absorbs a lot slower.
Yeah.
So for me, I do casein pudding every night because it keeps my metabolism going while I sleep. You already lose a lot of weight and your metabolism keeps going and everything during your sleep, so it's just that extra little kick.
Yeah.
So casein, slow digesting.
Yep. That's pretty spot on.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like when they process the dairy, it's usually in this process. It usually separates them into you have the casein and then you have the whey, and then they'll develop from there. That's why a lot of companies will come out with both a casein and a whey because they want to make the best out of the product that they have. I can't think of anything else. When it comes to flavor profile.
Choose your company.
Be careful. I find something that tastes good in water.
Yep.
If it doesn't taste or mix well in water,
Nicely, whereas Optimum I found was really chunky.
oh yeah.
But I mean, actually, Dymatize for their whey has a free pebbles.
Oh,
Have you seen that?
I have. I think they did mashups with some people. Yeah.
A lot of fun. But then, choose your company.
Yeah.
I know the newer company that they made 321 Podium.
Oh yeah.
They have a lot of fun flavors there. I hear a lot of hit and miss things, but they do crazy stuff like maple waffles.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
That was good.
Chocolate peanut butter.
Yep.
They get kind of creative on that stuff. So anyway.
So I always stick with Swolverine. Again, it's who our gym supports or who our gym's partnered with. Their product, it's grass-fed whey. That's another thing to really look for. Isolate, because I usually like to take it close to after a workout, or if it's a quick shoot it back an hour and a half before I gotta have an actual meal. Yeah, take a shooter. It's only Now the honey cinnamon, it's like an ingredient profile.
Oh, you have told me about this one.
Yeah. So you get a real strong honey, cinnamon's on par, and you get a dusting of peanut butter. So it's that little edge right at the back end of peanut butter hint. It teases you. I'm a sucker for peanut butter, so anything that says peanut butter on it. But I have not had. I really like taking that one and putting it in oatmeal.
Ooh,
it's
that
so
would
good.
Be amazing.
So good.
Or with a plain Greek yogurt.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
I've done that too.
Yeah.
Oh
my God, that would.
A whey protein that's been like with a peanut butter on the label, been that refreshing. The honey is, and I'm.
Protein. That's.
You don't. It doesn't taste fishy.
Well, no, I wouldn't imagine.
But again, we try to stick with the efficiency and what's my. Dude, it's the same. It's along the same lines as. Which I have found with their with their plant protein, it's very smooth. It's not heavy. It's always hard to get away from a little bit of the grittiness because it's a plant-based, but it's barely there, which I love about it. It doesn't get super thick. Base protein. So again, Walter and the team go through lengths to bring you guys a fantastic product if you live more of the plant-based lifestyle.
Yeah, this is pea protein isolate and pumpkin protein.
Dude.
Which, I mean, that's as natural as you can really get there.
Nope. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Cool.
So those are our recommendations from Everyday Essentials.
Harder trainers.
Yeah, people like more of like there's sport, but athletic area. If you're training, supplements that you can. Taking in macronutrients. If you've got 180 grams of protein to hit throughout the day and you've hit 150 and you don't have a whole lot of carbs and fats left, it's a good way to get that little dose of extra protein in to finish or round out your day. Protein intake. That's really it. It shouldn't be like a meal, hiccup. It shouldn't be a complete meal replacement. Can be, but it should just be there to help fill in the gaps. Close it out.
No, let's close it out, yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us today. I know we probably went a little bit long, but I know Cam can edit.
I know, I was like,
he'll do it.
This is going to be like 15 minutes.
Yeah, we'll be fine with this, and then we started getting some of the weeds of it. So it's like, it's always cool to chat. I love chatting with Cam. I love talking supplements. I love talking nutrition, training, whatever it may be. Stay tuned. Hope you guys join us on this journey. If you're just getting into this, go back and watch it from the beginning. Watch the whole thing unfold and stick with us because it's going to be an exciting ride. If you have any questions about coaching, especially with myself here at the gym, you can always reach out to myself on Instagram or Cam, or the gym page, or go to our gym website and you can fill out a questionnaire on there and it'll send me an email and we can chat. See you guys in the next episode. Take care. Peace.